Welcome back. Yeah, if you were wondering, yes, I did crash. There's bad weather today. I suppose that's also why my internet connection is a bit junky, let's say. So, we were just trying to figure out how to use the ampoule of ammonia. A thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting used to treat fainting spells. Produced by scientists and blah 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 blah. Um, there's not much we can do. Let's just try.
It still is.
Whatever.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Straight. Cool. Shake your head. No.
We should
Okay.
go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Okay, that's what we did before. That's good to know that it's just that and it doesn't do
Give it
anything
half an
else.
hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
I wonder if the time goes as in real life. Sure. Let's go to the thoughts. This one gives me what? Volumetric shit compressor. Equip and complete volumetric shit. And complete? What do you mean? Your shit is apart and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that, together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that will help. That is an amazing description, I love it. So, we have to squeeze our butt cheeks. Let's talk to the local.
The RCM in Martinez.
It's the cardinal.
What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with?
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Yeah, 83%, sure.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Traffic jam, the plaza, an entrance to the yard.
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us? Noted, but I'll keep it to myself. I'm not sure which one to choose here. I'm gonna go with the first one.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks towards the yard and her expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
That's not important right now. I was talking to him, yes.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
It's 10.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Of course, I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh, that's cool. She's nice. Should we keep them? Please go home. The street name is illegible. Let's talk to maybe some other people.
Welcome to Rivachol.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. I've got your back. Wow. Well, I think we all learned something here, smiled the lorryman. Now that settled, we have a couple of questions. What would he like? I've got you now. He's not gonna like the first one. Well, I think we all learned something here, smiled the lorryman. Third one.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples, It's exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions?
We're done for now. I don't think he knows anything about all of this. Let's see, we can talk to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Glenn yells towards the Harper gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my taste. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should
We're
I?
here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
I want to get into the harbor too. Or what exactly is your goal here? Both of them, I don't like them so much, but
Have
let's
fun.
go for this.
union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Okay, this is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders. He's definitely not gonna like that. So I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter.
Pity.
Let us work!
He's not gonna tell us much.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A
Continue.
large metal pendant hangs from the rear view. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol.
What about the back
Back
seat?
end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Okay, so we got something here. Other than money there. Why don't we go check that out too? Let's go in front of the cafeteria. Oh, what is that? Is this the guy?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Let's go right to it. I've come to Martinez investigating a
Murder, huh?
murder.
That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're right, it's almost impossible. 91% sure I'll never get it solved. It's actually very fun and easy. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rope me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
What's the strike about
You know,
anyway?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
I need to know what's behind these gates I'm
My
exploring.
friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the
I
gate?
don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then
Right.
press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Oh, gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first. So you're saying it's actually quite stiff.
Don't
quite
worry, I'm
difficult.
sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scouts tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure.
Leave.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Oh, okay, we completed it.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
All entrance, white checks unlocked. Learning cap of entrance raised to 4. Okay, so we did this one. And we have this one. But I'm not sure how to do this one. Anyways. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we can just continue exploring a bit. Can we open this one? I don't think so. I don't want to risk to die, so I'm actually just gonna go save. Yeah. And let's see what this guy has for us.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Sure. Say nothing, says him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not. My body is unimportant, and with the police we need to get into the harbor. We don't have time to get to this right now. Yeah, I'm the policeman.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
I'm the police and I need you to comply now and take a step closer. The race stuff is unimportant here, I just need you help me. First.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blood is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Koikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Yeah. Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to help me go into the harbor. I don't know if I should try to push him out of the way. You're right about all this.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Siminan Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
I'm not doing
Well,
that.
yes. Why? Don't you want to be a Seminese supremacist? So what if you're not Seminese? You can be anything.
It's through the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Knock him out 8%. I like it because there's still a possibility to it. I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna go with the third one.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this word, help me to understand its races.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks at you. I do. This is for the thing. 1 second thought, I don't.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Mao, of course. The Mao are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mao on reprehensible street parades. In Mao cities like Stadskanal and Fredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all.
Super race.
There
Jesus
are
Christ.
no more type A races in the world. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a hand stitch. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco, and for eating potato. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos. The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recorded history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But that seems a little off.
Revolution sounds like it was actually very good and necessary. Revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate moradors, not of the people of Ravachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution? That revolution? I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out
of this planet
times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chess-piece. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad. In Zara's written potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
About CF phrase cauldron of pedestry, please.
F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
Well, this is
The
bad.
mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education. Then there is the Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Yeah.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and great servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman or Koika.
Ooh la la.
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type F. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery? Except on second thought, I don't have time to get deeper into this. How do I word the
You
mystery?
need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for this...
Yeah, maybe. Advanced race theory.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
No, wait, leave. What is the race enigma? Put your integrating idea into a free internalizing slot in your head. If the random result free one up, then pass some time, and when it's internalized, return to a measure head. This is how thinking is done. Okay. So we have to go do something else. I wonder if before, when we were here, they meant him.
Looking for something?
No. Let's go just a second back to talk to the black guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race there is guarding
Not
about
before
him.
you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might
Okay,
have
tried.
been nice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
We can try this one, but I think this would have been the other way of doing it. And since we listened to all that crap, I think we can wait and internalize the thought. Someone here, I'm gonna talk to her, but first. I wanted to check this out. Okay, let's go back to software.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer.
Is that him?
Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he
A
goes.
simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motioned toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you just said. Could you say it again, only a little less plodding?
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about a dead man? The one hanging behind the holster there, pointed at the yard. What are you hauling anyways? I'm good for now, good talk. Let's
He
investigate.
ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling anyways?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Okay. And what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal then. We really want to find something legal. That's your machine behind you. Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? Right, I had another question.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That a fallen A6 you got there. Yeah. These lorries are pretty neat. Interested, not really, I just asked because I don't know. Must be a cop reflex.
Good
first
eye,
one.
my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Right.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
I'm good for now.
Don't be a
talk.
stranger.
Let's just quickly check if there's something here, but I don't think there's anything since we came from up here before. Oh, we can probably find something in here. Shirt, why not? What about here? Money, and so talk to this person.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some
No
questions.
response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
It's definitely not gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. We're definitely hard-headed. Yeah. I just want to check my journal quickly. And yeah, this one, whatever. +1 physical instrument. Conceptualization and suggestion. Oh yeah, let's go. First I want to check this actually. 14%. This one's completed. We said 30% and 14% for this one. Journal. We have the map. Information incomplete. Acquire a copy of the city map. That's what we did. On the left, the Hanged Man. Tasks. I guess we just have to keep on investigating around. Yeah, let's go back here. I am really liking this game. So down there, there's nothing. Maybe we can. I just want to analyze this. Goods from the lorry. The faster the lead later the surroundings. Yeah, let's just explore what's here. If I had a bag, we can find a bag, that's for sure. What is this?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Which one? This one.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Let's try them all, maybe. Linhall.
Off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important. This is the police. Please open the door.
Sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Damn, that's true. Lie.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
What?
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle, just please.
Okay, I hope she's mistaken us.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
This one?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Alright, it's a goodbye
You
then.
press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
We could try and call it again.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Right. Call her again. Press the doorbell to sleep. Yeah.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell. waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Can you let me in, please? I need to get inside this building.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's huge. My God. I didn't
It's
think
the
I would hear your
same.
voice
Is it
again.
recorded?
Wait, is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't
Same.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone.
Ever since I came to work,
Okay,
as
yeah,
if my
hang on.
mind's been wiped.
Say nothing.
It's so...
And then it hits you.
Well, it hit me quite some time before, but still, yeah,
She
you're
tries
recording.
again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax
Go ahead and
cylinder.
change the recording. Cry then.
Her sound melts into the static from a long... This is where
Yeah.
you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
Jeez.
So... It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Just
A
hang up the
strange
call.
and alien thought pattern ends. You're left staring.
We have
at
1,
the
2,
electronic
3 left to
doorbell.
call.
Silence. No one's
one.
home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
And the last one. East Delta Pinball.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Okay, leave. Let's go check if we can find something.
This Postlavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Oh, okay.
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
I'm sure.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even, so deep.
Leave. Okay, 2 there. There is still quite some stuff. Let's check the items first. Okay, we need to find a bag. There's a kid there. What's here?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Not really interested in board games. In this game. In real life, yeah. A lot. Before talking to her, let's go upstairs. So we're actually here.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
It's the woman from before. Who opened the curtains?
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Okay.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is different.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Talking is always good. Go see what you see: a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket.
Let's go first upstairs.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring-do. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I guess that's how we get the map.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. All just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing to pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Incelindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Makes sense.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This Hudon, it's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost, you feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in
Circuit, can I buy these
I'm
maps?
sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Can we steal them?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
It says steal it. So I think it's just gonna be the Martinez map if we try to steal it. And also the one above the fifth. It's I want to buy the map of Martinez. We do have a 58%. So we could try. But maybe we can buy it. Let's
Always
buy
good
it.
to be informed of your surroundings.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but first let's try if we can steal the other one.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map, that old thing, it's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be.
Okay, great.
From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Yeah, I guess so. Storekeep, can I buy
I'm
these
sorry,
maps?
officer. They're quite valuable. Though they... Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Okay, yeah, we cannot steal any anymore. So I think it would have been just the Martinez one. Let's investigate. Use the interact button in inventory to inspect the item. Okay, am I missing something here? What's the inspect button? Interrupt button. Which is the left mouse, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So does that mean that if I open the map now I have something? Okay, let's go down and let's talk to her.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Why are you so upset about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside.
No! Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Why don't you just tell me right away it's cursed?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh,
What?
this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans.
I don't really care what it
There are
is.
numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Oh, certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. Farewell for now, book peddler. Yep.
Slither up
Nice.
to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Wait, but if I don't want to lie, I'm making here to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one.
Yeah.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is psychologically taxing. You see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I am the void revenant. I have the powers to depaddle the bad energies.
I didn't realise. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Just ask my partner, Kim. He'll vouch for me. No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me. Just ask my partner. Okay.
Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
A hand of your heart, on my honor. Actually, I'm not really feeling the vibe anymore. The psychic forces left me. I really want to push forward with this.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimneys aren't big enough for that chimney. The passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
Yep.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Farewell for now, but Peddler. We can ask about the little girl after.
You see a set of tattered You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Oh! A small terrified "oh" escapes from Pleasance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
Well, we have the key, so unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Kim, maybe you should go first. Open the door and enter. Open the door and enter. I have to talk to him. Okay.
What is this place?
It's an adventure. It's another word beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me. I think this may be Artemis boxing club for young athletes.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. Okay. Let's save. It's been quite some time. I think we can stop for today. I'm probably gonna be back tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the day after. And thanks for watching. You may leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.